Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start our third lesson from our butterfly unit. And today's lesson, it's actually, it's science still, but there's more of a focus on math and our language arts as well today. So the story I'm going to read to you, it is 10 Little Caterpillars by Bill Martin Jr., illustrated by Lois Ehlert. 10 Little Caterpillars. The first little caterpillar crawled into a bower. Here it is. The second little caterpillar wriggled up a flower. There it is. And I'll read you the names of the flowers. Snapdragon, foxglove, gaillardia, delphinium. Okay, those are the names of the flowers. Which one do you like? I like the foxglove. It's very pretty. They're all very nice though. The third little caterpillar climbed a cabbage head. There it is. Cabbage, there's a beetle, winter squash, and a toad. The fourth little caterpillar found a melon bed. There it is. This one's cute. It has little spikes on it. They're 2 ladybugs. This is watermelon, muskmelon, honeydew melon, and there's some more ladybugs. Here's our caterpillar. I really like the pictures in this book, the illustrations. The fifth little caterpillar sailed a garden pool. So that's another word for a puddle, basically. Maple leaf, poplar leaf, and there's our caterpillar. So all of these caterpillars look a little bit different. The sixth little caterpillar was carried off to school. Look, it's inside the jar. And here's a spider, monarch chrysalis. So I think this is a monarch caterpillar. It says monarch eggs and milkweed plant. Now the milkweed plant is a favorite plant for the monarch caterpillar or monarch butterfly. The seventh little caterpillar met a hungry wren. So this bird. Here's a dragonfly, thistle plant. There's our caterpillar. There's the wren. And there's a grasshopper. The eighth little caterpillar was frightened by a hen. It's flipping over. Winter squash. There's our hen. The ninth little caterpillar fell into the sea. Oh no, I think it's going to be somebody's lunch. This is a sea bass. It's a big fish. The 10th little caterpillar scaled an apple tree. Up it goes. Apple tree branch, apple, leaf. And hung there patiently. So it says here, tiger swallowtail chrysalis, cardinal. So there's a bird here, and it looks like this chrysalis is camouflaged amongst all the other leaves on the branch, and the bird doesn't even realize that it's a chrysalis. See, look, there it is. Let's see what happens. Oh, it patiently hung there until by and by the 10th little caterpillar. Look what's popping out of the chrysalis. I see a head, but this is no longer a caterpillar's head. It's the butterfly's head. This is apple blossoms, a bee, and beautiful blossoms. So the 10th little caterpillar became a butterfly. There it is. Buddleia butterfly bush. Wow. And here we can actually see all of the different types of caterpillars that we saw and the type of butterfly or moth that they turn into. So let's look at this together. Number 1, morning cloak. The caterpillar looks like this. It feeds on tree leaves, nettles, and wild rose leaves. This is what the butterfly looks like. Number 2, buckeye caterpillar. Feeds on a variety of leaves, including snapdragon leaves. And here's the butterfly. Okay, I'll show you these two first. Okay. Number 3, cabbage looper caterpillar. Okay, this green one. Devours leaves, likes garden crops, and it turns into this moth. Now we learned on Friday that moths are a little bit different than butterflies because moths fly mostly at night, but butterflies fly in the daytime. Number 4, yellow bear caterpillar. Chomps on tree leaves and leaves of garden crops. So these are the ones that eat our garden plants. And it turns into the Virginian tiger moth. And number 5, yellow-necked caterpillar. Feeds on tree leaves and turns into this moth. So here you can have a look. Okay. Number 6, monarch caterpillar. Eats only milkweed leaves. So this special type of caterpillar only likes to eat milkweed plants, I guess. It turns into this butterfly. Number 7, painted lady caterpillar. Feeds on thistle leaves and other plants such as daisies. And this is what it looks like as a butterfly. Okay. Number 8, woolly bear caterpillar. Eats many low-growing plants, grasses, and weeds. Isabella tiger moth. It turns into this moth. And number 9, common wood nymph caterpillar. Feeds on grasses and woods, meadows, and fields. And it turns into this butterfly. This guy looks so cool. I like his spikes. Number 10, tiger swallowtail caterpillar. Eats shrubs and broadleaf tree leaves. Turns into this beautiful butterfly. Have a look. The end. That is our story about the 10 little caterpillars. All right, so today in our life cycle of a butterfly unit, you will be working on this package. So there are actually 3 sides here. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll go through each of these together. On this page, what I would like you to do is you're going to first color. You're going to color all your bugs. So there's all sorts of different types of bugs on this page. And you will need to count how many bugs are in each rectangle, and you write the number in the square. So I'll show you mine. So this is Miss Wong's. Here it is. I've colored all my bugs. You can do whatever colors you want. And I'm going to count. So for example, let's count the ladybugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would write the number 4 in there. And I have my butterflies, I would count them, and I would write the correct number in here. So what is that number? You're right, it's the number 2. So you write a little 2 in there, and so on. So count up the different types of bugs and write the number of them inside that square. Okay, so that's the first sheet. So in your book, you're going to turn to the second page, and you have this. So this is some more math. Here we're actually going to be looking at shapes and something called symmetry. It says butterfly symmetry. Symmetry, here, there's a dotted line in the middle of each square, and it wants you to draw the other half of the butterfly, and you have to draw it the same distance apart as the first side with the same shape. So that center line is actually called a line of symmetry. So if I were to actually fold on that dotted line, if I folded it like that, this side would match the other side perfectly if I did it perfectly. But you're going to try your best, and I know this is pretty hard stuff actually. So Miss Wong did it as well, and it took me a long time, and I had to use a ruler to really try my best to do it. So you will need a pencil, and you will need an eraser, and you will need a ruler to do this. And afterwards, you're going to count how many of the following shapes are in each of the pictures. Okay, so it says here, tally how many of each shape you use to draw all the butterflies. So I'm going to say you just need to count 1, 2, 3, the shapes from the 3 pictures here. This last square, you get to design and draw your own butterfly. And because everyone's butterfly is going to look a little bit different, and the number of shapes in your total will look a little bit different, the answers for this part in the bottom, I'll just say it's based on these 3 drawings so that everyone can have the same answer. Okay, and then we'll know if it's right or not. And a clue or a tip I would like to tell you is don't forget about these shapes. So on the antenna here of this butterfly, there's a circle, and here there's a triangle on this butterfly. So don't forget to count those ones as well. I'm going to show you mine now. All right. So this is Miss Wong's. I drew my butterfly based on what I saw on this side, and I had to go very slowly. I had to use my ruler, and I actually had to measure. I put my ruler like this, and I put a little dot where that point should go, and I tried my best to make it the same on both sides so that this dotted line in the middle ends up being a line of symmetry. Okay, and I drew my own here. That's how I decided to draw mine. And then I did some counting. So for example, down here, you have to add the total number of that shape. It says squares. So I looked on all 3 butterfly drawings and I counted. I saw one square, 2 squares, no more squares there, 3 squares, 4 squares, and then there were no more. And I looked down here, there were no squares there. So in total, there were 4 squares. So I wrote the number 4 down here. So I did not count my own drawing. So try your best to do this. And you might need some help from an adult at home. But yes, just try your best and see how that goes. All right, and the last assignment this week is this. It says, a happy butterfly And you have on here a butterfly, and you should see letters. So these are all uppercase letters. And what you need to do is to connect the dots according to the order of the alphabet. So you might be used to doing connect the dot with numbers, but this one, it's connect the dot with the alphabet. So you start here with A, and you find B. So you go A, B, C. And you can sing the alphabet while you do this. So you would draw a line that connects A to B and B to C. And for this, you can use a ruler if you want to, or you can just draw the line. You don't have to use a ruler for this because a butterfly doesn't necessarily have very sharp sides, but I will leave that up to you. So for mine, I will show you that I actually started off with a ruler, and then I decided to not use the ruler for some of these parts. Okay, so here, let's show you. So this is Miss Wong's. I colored mine after I finished. So I did A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and so on. So at first I used a ruler, and then I decided I wanted my butterfly wings to be a little bit curvy. As long as I connected the dots, it was okay. So this is what I decided to do for mine, and this is how I decided to color it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the beautiful butterflies that you guys are going to make. And I will say that the 3 activities this week, it did take a lot of time. So don't rush through everything. You can do 1 a day, or you can do more a day if you want, but don't get frustrated. Do a good job and do it slowly, okay? All right, I hope you have a good week. I'll show you once more. These are my 3 things. Color the bugs, write in the number. Draw the other side of your butterfly and count the shapes for each box. This is circles, triangles, rectangles, squares, pentagons, and ovals. Pentagons are shapes with 5 sides. So this here is a pentagon, okay? And I chose not to color this one. You don't need to color it as well, because sometimes when you color this, it's harder to count. But I will leave that up to you if you do want to color it. And finally, connect the dots for the letters of the alphabet, and you can color this one. And if you want, you can even put it up at home. Okay, so these are your 3 assignments today. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.